Hey, 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 what's going on, everybody? This is Hunter. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Today I'm going to take you on a tour of an absolute behemoth of a travel trailer. This is the 2024 Lacrosse 3411RK. This is going to be a perfect rear kitchen travel trailer for someone that needs to use, a trailer a little bit more than the average person. Maybe if you're a traveling nurse, a pipeliner, building a home, something like that. It's very well insulated. It's got more residential features in terms of ceiling height, all that good stuff you're going to see here in this tour. But if you're looking for the specifications, things like the length, height, tank sizes, awning sizes, all that you can find down in the description, along with a link directly for the pricing, and it should pop up on the screen. But I hope you guys are having a good one. Hope you're enjoying your day. We got a little sun, a little snow here in Indiana, starting to disappear on us, but it's a little slippery driving up. Got up at 4:30 to come up here and show you this thing. So I hope you guys like it. Hit that like and subscribe button for me. Again, it's the 2024 Primetime Lacrosse 3411RK. And up until probably a couple months ago, I had never been in a Lacrosse before. And I am very, very pleasantly surprised. As far as a travel trailer is concerned, this is probably the most similar to a fifth wheel of any travel trailer I've ever walked in. So first off, aesthetically, let's take a second. This thing is absolutely beautiful. You have one very large slide and another pretty large slide in here, opening up to a ton of floor space. So just imagine, you're trapped in here on a rainy day, or possibly, again, you're staying in it and using this as an apartment. Everything about this just screams roomy and spacious, non-claustrophobic. I'm a bigger guy, so I take a lot of this into consideration, probably more than most. And one thing that I definitely do like is the fact that you have 7 feet clearance inside the travel trailer, which is nice. The slide outs as well are going to be 6 feet tall. So again, if you're a taller person, normally this is going to be around 5'8" or so. So I'm really enjoying what Lacrosse is bringing. Rear kitchen layout, I think I've already said that. But you can see it's a really nice residential feeling, rear kitchen to it. Let's go ahead and start here in the back, I suppose. So, solid surface countertops. Babe, if you're watching, I love you. I also like how it's got kind of that grayish, dark blue tint to it. I'm seeing dark blue. My wife would probably say gray. But you got plenty of countertop space, for all the prepping, all the cooking that you could need. It does have a very apartment feel to it. You also have the Furrion oven right over here. So it's going to be a little bit bigger than most, but not quite residential. But you could definitely cook, a couple chickens in there. Certainly all your pizzas and cookies that you could possibly need. You also got a 3 stovetop burner to whip up all the fixins. I also really enjoy, that backsplash. I think is just looking really nice in general. Microwave. And then you have countertops that's going to go all the way across the top here, so that way you can put all your stuff. But pretty good little opening, 6 feet tall, average size arms, going to go just before about my elbow. So pretty good depth there for you. You're also going to see you have the copper latches right there just to help, secure it when you're driving down the road. You're also going to get storage here below, so you're going to get 4 pull-out drawers, all of which are looking just like that. And then you have this little area right in here for a little bit more storage, as well. Stainless steel undermounted bowl here for your sink, and then you have the high-rise faucet. Sorry about that little break in the action. Got a call from my wife and had to answer that. Double shout out to Babe. But right here underneath the sink, I think that's where we were, you have shelving, which I'm always a big fan of. A lot of places, a lot of brands will use this as one big opening, but I like how they have the clean-cut storage, and you have actual dedicated shelving. So maybe like cleaning supplies and trash bags, or, whatever you want to do. It's just nice to have, that added separation. You flip it around, and you have the Everchill refrigerator. And again, this camper is rather large. It is for somebody that's going to be using a little bit more, or at least wants to have a feeling of a home away from home. So I like the fact that they do use this Everchill refrigerator. This is going to be, again, more common, in a fifth wheel. So it's nice to have, that extra juice. I mean, you could fit a week's worth of food in there, absolutely no problem, especially since this camper is going to be predominantly geared towards, 2 people. This bottom is still taped up here. I'm up at the manufacturer. They just pulled it in. But you have a freezer section that is, very large as well, that can accommodate for really all the needs that you have there. So like I was saying, even though this is predominantly made for two, you do have some extra sleeping space in the form of this sofa right here. So it's either, you know, sit down room, hang out, chill, kick back, read a book and chill, or you can grab onto this latch right here. And let me see if I can do like a little inlay here for you, a little video over video. But this pulls out. It's on basically a roller, and it opens up to what I would guess would probably be, you know, a full-size bed. So really nice extra sleeping space in case you're not using this for two. And by the way, speaking of reading, this has one of the most fantastic bedrooms I have ever seen. Washer and dryer prep, a nook up front with a good view. Just a very, very cool floor plan. So over on this slide, you're going to notice you get a little bit wider theater seating too, which is nice, and it makes for a little bit of a larger, you know, middle section there. Again, a little bit more comfortable. You're hanging out in here a little bit more, but you got two cup holders for your drinks, a little bit of storage there for maybe a remote. You do have a little bit of countertop space, nothing too crazy on either side, but then again, you get one massive window with two windows over on the side. But I also like how these recliners are, you know, most of the brands are going this route. But you push this little flip right here, and this is going to be on the quick recline. So if you're not necessarily someone that likes to sleep on the sofa, kick back, relax, and chill, you can sleep right here as well. But I think that about wraps it up here for the inside portion. Oh, I didn't show you this right here. Not the inside portion. Jeez, oh Pete, I'm getting ahead of myself, Hunter. Fireplace. You're going to have two in this model, which is always nice. They both go up to 100 degrees. They're both getting really nice and roasty and toasty, and they come in a couple different coloring options too, so kind of set the mood however that you'd like. Furrion soundbar, they get really bumping. If you guys have had an RV before, you know Furrion is really nice, loud, pretty clear sound quality as well. But HDMI, USB, zone 1 and 2, so that's going to be inside, outside, so you can watch or listen to music on both sides. Let's go ahead and go over to the bathroom. First show you that. You also got a little mirror right here. Show off the old bowling gun, baby. Speaking of bowling, had my first night back into bowling. Felt freaking awesome. I didn't bowl all that well. First time in a long time that I did bowl in the old leak ski. There's that washer and dryer prep, by the way. If you don't use it for a washer and dryer, I mean, you just have an absolutely massive closet. But if you do want the washer and dryer, you can remove that shelf, fully stackable, and you're good to go. But anyway, for the bowling league, a little bit rusty. It's the longest streak that I haven't bowled probably in my adult life. I went out there, wasn't the best. I rolled like a 159, a 217, and then like a 159 again, which was a bummer. But that's okay, knocking off the rust. I also like how this bathroom has a ton of space too. So much like the living room, you get a lot of walk-through space. I know a lot of people aren't massive fans of the, you know, the kind of shotgun style, the pass-through style, but it definitely works in this one for sure. So you can see if you're sitting down doing your business, there's nothing bumping and jumping up on your shoulders. You know, you're moving and grooving. It's also going to be the porcelain throne. So again, you know, if you're a round belly here, you don't have to worry about security of a plastic, you know, toilet, because that porcelain throne, you know, will hold you up. You got a sink, plenty of countertop space, as you can see. You got all the outlets that you could possibly want. You can also check your tank fills here as well. Your slide control is going to be right here too. Massive storage here underneath there with a little bit more access to your plumbing. And then all your toothbrushes, deodorants, all that good stuff. And you also have a little lip right there just to kind of help it from rattling around. Again, the copper tabs are even extending back here into the bathroom. And I really like the way that this wood, you know, looks as well. I just like that tone. You know, most of these campers are going so light and bright that it's kind of driving me crazy being inside these campers all the time. So it's nice to have a little switch up. Here into the bedroom, by far one of my favorite bedrooms for a travel trailer. Not only do you get a ton of room, you know, for clothing when it comes to a dresser, countertop space, hanging closets, that reading nook. I mean, what is that? That is freaking awesome. But you also get your second fireplace. So in terms of electric heat, between this fireplace and that fireplace over there, unless it is very, very cold, you're really not going to have to dig into your propane, which is always a plus, because usually you're scooting by, you know, on some free electric. Running a little stiff right there. Then you got the dresser down here. Again, the countertop space, you got a little window. That's locked. So right here, you're going to have your king-size bed. Pretty darn cool. I also like the headboards there in the back. I think those are a little interesting, a little different. You also have windows on both sides as well. And you notice that the bed, you got some struts right there, but it's all storage underneath the entirety of the bed, which is nice as well. So this would be like my wife's dream up here. Just sitting down, hanging out. I'd probably kick my feet up on the end of the bed. We'd be reading, and when you're not reading, you know, you can enjoy a really nice view because this is one massive viewing window up the front. And don't worry, you know, rock chips, things like that. It's going to be more of like a plexiglass style. You know, it's not like the same stuff as like your windows would be. Hanging items go over here. You also got a little nook right there. Use it as a dresser drawer. Or maybe, you know, I guess whatever else you want to put in there. You got fuse box, USB, and outlets. But all right, I think that about does it here for the inside portion of this tour. Two 15K ACs, by the way. But now let's head around the outside, run out there for about maybe 3-4 minutes, show you where everything is located. And then I'm going to move on to the next one. So if you guys like this Lacrosse, you might enjoy the other one even a little bit more. It's got 2 queen-size beds in it. Pretty darn crazy. But again, this is the 2024 Lacrosse 3411RK, their rear kitchen model. And in case you missed it the first time, or maybe you're a little bit more interested in it now after seeing it, all the specifications and a link for the pricing are going to be down in the profile. So right on the front cap, a little bit different looking, a little bit uniquer. It's going to be a higher end finish here for the front cap in general, but you're going to have LED lights here and right up there. You also see you have your power tongue jack. You're not going to be hand cranking anything. You know, you're ready to rock. You also have a little light, 2 20-pound propane bottles. Underneath, you're all heated and enclosed, so I enjoy having that. And then right here, this little yellow box with the little red light, that's going to be for the tire pressure monitoring system. So, you know, basically when you're driving down the road, you know, it'll help eliminate some of those you know, some of those blowouts when you're doing it. It'll scream at you if it's getting too hot, if it's deflating or inflated too much. Just a really nice safety feature to have. You got a little pass-through storage over here on this side. Power stabilizing jacks on the front and the back. You also have a leash latch for your friend, and the Solera 3000 series for, you know, the awning right here. And you see you got the LED lights running underneath. The 2 blue pucks, those are going to be your zone 2. So those are going to be your outside speakers, so you can get some outside music bumping. I also like how they have an actual dedicated space here with the Y bracket, so that way you can hang up that TV. You know, most of the time they don't have anything like this, and you got to set it up on a picnic table or something like that. Cable hookup, outlets. You got the Lippert solid steps. As you noticed when I was walking in there, really sturdy. Like having those. They flip up into the doorway. You also have a screen, and the door is going to be on a friction hinge, so you don't have to worry about the wind slamming it shut down on you. I think that's about 25 mile/hour resistance. You also have a little bottle opener for you campers that like to crack open the apple juices. Extra large grab handle. Give you a little look here of some of the old stickeroonies. But the thermal package, so, you know, again, how we were talking about residential look, residential feel. Well, now you have, you know, residential style, what am I blanking out here? Insulation, 2-inch thick walls, which is always nice. So again, deeper into the season, earlier into the season, with a little bit extra work, you could probably go full time in this thing by skirting out the sides and, you know, taking some extra precautions there. Bumper with the spare tire, and then right up here on the back, you are prepped for your Furrion observation camera. So that's nice while you're driving down the road. You can see what's going on behind you with some distance markers. It's going to be where you plug in the unit. You also have your valve here for your gray tank. That's going to be where you dump it. The slides. You can also get slide toppers if you would like. You notice those little black slits right there. That is going to be prep for your slide topper. So a slide topper, if you're not familiar with it, it's basically a piece of awning that goes from here to here, prevents debris from falling on top of the unit, protecting the longevity, stopping it from leaks. You know, if you're underneath a tree and a tree branch falls and then you pull it in, you know, you're going to have a bad day eventually. So alternatively, if you don't get those, you know, you can just go up there and brush them off. Sewer outlet connection, right over there. There's going to be a little bit of that access there underneath the bed, and it does have a motion sensor light. Low point drains, fresh point drain, and then probably can't see it on the camera, but right there is going to be an LP Quick Connect. So that way, you know, you can hook up your propane and it ties directly over that if you want to do like an outside grill. You have a docking station behind this door. It's going to have your outside shower, black tank flush, which is a sprinkler system there for your poop tank. And another thing that I really like, in addition to the rear camera, I see here that they are prepped for the side cameras as well. So if you want to get the three-way safety camera, you can. So that way when you're driving down the road, imagine these slides are closed and you can go right there. But all right, guys, hope you guys enjoyed the tour. Again, my name is Hunter, and this is the 2024 Lacrosse 3411RK. Have a good day. See ya.